December 5, 1945. 5 TBM Avenger torpedo bombers lift off from Fort Lauderdale Naval Air Station. This is Flight 19, a routine training mission called Navigation Problem Number 1. The squadron is led by Lieutenant Charles Taylor, a seasoned pilot with over 2,500 flight hours. 4 trainees follow him into the sky. The plan: head east, practice bombing runs, turn north, then return to base. Simple. But shortly after their second leg, radio operators pick up a disturbing message.
"We can't find West. Everything is wrong. Strange. The ocean doesn't look right."
Taylor believed they were over the Florida Keys, but they weren't. Something was off. Multiple compasses were failing, and the weather was starting to turn. Rain, winds, low visibility. The trainees pleaded for new bearings, but Taylor kept leading them farther out to sea. At 6:20 p.m., one of the final transmissions came through.
"If we just head west, we'll get home, but I don't know how much longer we can stay in the air."
Then, radio silence. No wreckage was ever found. Even more haunting, a PBM Mariner rescue plane, sent to find them, vanished within 20 minutes, with 13 men aboard. Some say it exploded mid-air. Others say it was taken like the rest. Total lost, 27 men. Zero evidence. Official Navy reports labeled the case as cause unknown. Theories range from navigational error to magnetic interference, rogue waves, and yes, extraterrestrial abduction. But here's the twist: Lieutenant Taylor almost didn't fly that day. He reportedly requested to skip the mission, but was told to go anyway. Coincidence? Fate? Or something more sinister? Whatever happened to Flight 19, it cemented the Bermuda Triangle's reputation as a place where reality unravels. Still unsolved. Still chilling. March 4, 1918. The USS Cyclops, a massive U.S. Navy collier, vanishes without sending a single distress signal. She was en route from Barbados to Baltimore, carrying over 10,000 tons of manganese ore and 306 people aboard. Not a single passenger, not a single piece of wreckage, was ever found. This is the deadliest non-combat loss of life in U.S. Navy history. So what happened to the Cyclops? Some say it was a mechanical failure. Others whisper sabotage, or even German U-boats. Remember, this was World War I. But no enemy claimed credit. And no wreckage was found along the shipping route. Then came the rumors. Witnesses in Brazil reported the ship was overloaded and listing when it left port. Her captain, George Worley, had a questionable reputation, known for erratic behavior and even accused of being pro-German. Some speculate an internal explosion, triggered by the volatile manganese cargo, caused the ship to sink instantly. Others believe the crew may have mutinied, or that the ship was taken by a rogue wave or a geomagnetic anomaly. But here's where it gets eerie. The Cyclops disappeared within the Bermuda Triangle, the same stretch of ocean where countless other ships and planes have vanished. And it wasn't the last. 2 of her sister ships, the Proteus and the Nereus, also vanished in the same region under similar circumstances. 3 ships. Hundreds of lives. No wreckage. No answers. In 2012, the Navy declared the wreck unsolvable. The mystery of the Cyclops remains sealed beneath the Atlantic. Was it engineering failure, sabotage, or something far stranger? The truth may still lie on the ocean floor, somewhere deep in the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. January 30th, 1948. The British South American Airways flight Star Tiger disappears en route to Bermuda, with 31 people aboard. The aircraft was a Tudor 4, a sleek, long-range airliner known for being advanced, but also temperamental. It had successfully flown from England to the Azores, then down to Santa Maria, and finally to Bermuda. But as it neared its destination, just an hour out, Star Tiger simply vanished. No radio distress call. No radar blip. Just total silence. The weather wasn't ideal, heavy winds and some turbulence, but not dangerous enough to explain a total disappearance. Rescue crews searched over 17,000 square miles of ocean. Not a single trace was ever found. So what happened? The official investigation concluded.
It may truly be said that no more baffling problem has ever been presented for investigation.
Theories range from a fuel miscalculation due to incorrect wind drift to catastrophic structural failure midair. But here's the twist. The plane was flying very low, just 2,000 feet, to avoid heavy headwinds. That left it with almost no room to recover from any emergency. Some suspect a sudden instrument failure caused the crew to misjudge altitude and ditch into the sea without warning. Others go deeper, tying the case to the Bermuda Triangle phenomenon, citing the complete lack of debris and parallels to other aircraft vanishings. Incredibly, just a year later in 1949, another BSAA plane, the Star Ariel, disappeared over nearly the exact same route, also without a trace. 2 planes, 2 years, same airline, same region, same result. Coincidence, or something more? To this day, no wreckage from the Star Tiger has ever been recovered. Another name on the Bermuda Triangle's long list of victims. On January 17, 1949, a luxury airliner known as Star Ariel took off from Bermuda, heading south toward Kingston, Jamaica. It was a clear morning. No storms. No clouds. Visibility was excellent, as confirmed by Captain John McPhee, a seasoned pilot with over 11,000 hours of flight experience. Star Ariel was a British Avro Tudor 4, carrying 7 crew members and 13 passengers. A routine flight. A short journey. And then, nothing. Roughly an hour after takeoff, Captain McPhee radioed his position.
I'm changing frequency now.
It was the last transmission ever heard from the aircraft. Despite perfect flying conditions, Star Ariel vanished without a trace. No wreckage. No oil slick. No emergency signal. Massive search efforts followed, conducted by both British and American forces. Planes and ships scoured over 150,000 square miles of ocean. But they found absolutely nothing. Investigators were baffled. The weather was ideal. The aircraft had just been inspected. The pilot was calm and confident. There were no signs of trouble, no mechanical concerns reported. So what could have happened? One theory suggests a catastrophic mid-air failure, sudden and severe enough to prevent any distress signal. Others propose radio malfunctions or a decompression event that left the crew incapacitated. But the most chilling detail: there was no debris, no life jackets, no floating parts, just silence. Because the disappearance occurred within the notorious Bermuda Triangle, speculation runs wild. Magnetic anomalies, sudden time-space distortions, or even classified military testing gone wrong. While these theories stretch the imagination, the truth is, we don't know. Over 7 decades later, the fate of Star Ariel remains one of aviation's most enduring mysteries. How can a plane, in daylight, flying over calm seas, vanish so completely? Sometimes, the most unsettling mysteries are the ones that leave no clues behind. In early 1963, the SS Marine Sulphur Queen, a 523-foot tanker, left Beaumont, Texas with one of the most dangerous cargoes imaginable, 15,260 tons of molten sulfur, heated to over 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Its destination, Norfolk, Virginia. Its fate, an unsolved maritime mystery. The ship was originally built in 1944 as a T2 tanker, then converted to carry molten sulfur, a hazardous cargo known to be corrosive and volatile. Despite structural modifications, many in the shipping industry questioned whether the vessel was seaworthy. On February 2, 1963, the ship transmitted its final message. The weather in the Florida Straits was rough, 25-foot waves, gale-force winds, but nothing the experienced crew of 39 men couldn't handle. Or so it seemed. Then, silence. When the SS Marine Sulphur Queen failed to arrive in Virginia, a massive 19-day search operation was launched by the Coast Guard. All that was ever recovered were a few life jackets, a damaged lifeboat, some debris marked Sulphur Queen. But the ship itself? Gone. Not a single body was found. No SOS call was received. No wreckage confirmed. The U.S. Coast Guard investigation revealed troubling facts. The ship had a history of structural issues, including cracked bulkheads. Its design made it difficult to ventilate, raising the risk of gas buildup. Some crew had even expressed concerns about safety before sailing. One theory suggests a massive explosion, ignited by leaking sulfur gas, could have destroyed the ship instantly. Others point to structural failure, capsizing in the storm, or even an untraceable fire in the cargo hold. Because the disappearance occurred near the Bermuda Triangle, speculation quickly spiraled. Magnetic interference, rogue waves, secret weapons testing. But even without those theories, the mystery is haunting. The official report concluded. The vessel and her entire crew are presumed lost. Cause unknown. To this day, the SS Marine Sulphur Queen is remembered not only for her tragic loss, but as a symbol of overlooked danger, industrial risk, and the ocean's unforgiving power. Sometimes, the sea doesn't give answers. It just takes.